are recording.
Cheers.
Cheers to Girl Call Me.
Girl, call me.
Was it me?
It was
It
my
was Chevy.
Oh, goodness.
And that's what kind of song she did.
Wasn't me.
Who that was?
That's Shaggy.
All right, then. Okay.
It definitely was Shaggy.
All right.
I like this.
Let's get into it.
We like the fact.
I like this. That we all together.
Cheers to being together.
All
Cheers
right.
to being together.
So we can just bloop that one part out.
I'm not ripping nothing
Women.
Drinks made by Longy.
Book me.
So this is episode 2.
Officially, episode 2.
All right. So the paper don't say that, but
So you go.
so it's 2.
It's episode 2 officially.
Officially.
And this episode is called "It Wasn't Me, It Was My Ex." Cause it's never me. It's never us. It's always the ex. Nobody never take accountability.
Let's get right into it. Starting with E.
Oh, y'all put me on the spot.
So,
I'm opening up next time because when
When you don't have a choice, you better get it out the way.
they pull up on my phone, so I can see what we're doing.
What's one thing that
One
or more of your exes would say be the worst part of dating you?
What's your flaw that they be lying about?
Nonchalant, selfish. Yeah, those are probably the two main things.
Okay.
Nonchalant.
Since then, have you changed?
Of course.
So you don't feel like you're nonchalant with your person.
You gonna feel how I feel. Like I'm gonna be.
You gonna talk about it right then and there, or you gonna let it?
I mean, I would prefer to talk about it, even if I prefer for it to be like in that moment, just be like, hey, I'm feeling the type of way, but I'm not ready to discuss it.
I think that's fair because it justifies your mood change.
Because depending on that person, what if just say like my person is angry and they may say something they really don't want to say because I'm forcing them to have a conversation or they really don't know what they want to say. So I'd rather just process what I'm feeling and then go back and talk about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people should do that because when you're already upset, you don't have time to
And
process
you say a lot of shit that you don't.
And most of the times, mine happen when I lay down and I can't go to sleep. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm ready because I need to go to sleep. I love sleep.
Man, I could be so sad, but I'm going to bed.
I would cry myself.
I would go to sleep, but I'd be like in and out of my sleep, like can't stay asleep. Like I go to sleep, wake back up because my mind is just racing. So I have to we gotta talk about this.
Yeah, I think that's good. So you changed it. So that's good.
I changed
Accountability.
because I had to be out here being a safe place to rest. I wrote a book. I mean, I had to be clean.
That is true.
E.
I just bought the bottle. I just bought the pre-made, right?
I was gonna say we might need some more by the end of the episode.
Just sip
but
slow.
Just sip real
Like, don't
slow.
like a
'Cause
lady.
she-
Don't drink.
like a lady.
Like take a little sip.
Don't make
Do
that
not,
noise.
because you did it in the beginning.
Don't make that noise. And you ain't caught me out on this show, bitch.
We did.
We did.
We got it on
As it's
recorded. We recorded.
Just wet your lips a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the
I feel like you was
next
ready to talk about something else.
Okay. What's one thing that one or more of your exes would say be the worst part about dating you?
one? Shutting down. Shutting down. Like, any little thing, I'm shutting down. Like, I don't want to talk. I'm straight ignoring. Instead of just talking about it, shutting down and being affectionate.
You're not allowed to touch you.
No, me being affectionate towards them.
Oh, that would be a second thing.
So it's two things.
shutting down and you.
Yeah, so it's two.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, so
I've
shutting
always had
down.
all my exes tell me I'm not affectionate. Like they,
Yeah,
like,
but
they really
it's
like
like,
me.
because it's like I would express my feelings and then they'd be like, well, I don't see it.
I want you to touch
You
me.
don't show it.
Like touch me first.
You know what I'm saying? I'll just be like,
I want
to.
you.
I really want to, but
It's hard. I want to do. I think I deal with that too sometimes, but I'm not if it ain't just us.
I think it's a comfort thing for me. For me, it's a comfort thing. Like, I have to be so like in tune with what's going on with us, and I'm like, we both have that understanding of us just being freaky as fuck and just want to be all over each other. I don't know. It's like some kind of comfort for me. Like,
No, because it's sometimes it's I don't know that too. That could be a part of it, but
I be in my head.
I think because I didn't grow up like being affectionate, it was just like like affectionate is foreign to me. So for me to actually be affectionate, like I would say, I became affectionate when I had my daughter.
Okay.
Because I didn't want her to grow up with my issue.
So, do you guys have a problem if somebody is affectionate with you? You just
no,
initiate
no,
it?
because I want you to touch me first.
I don't want to start.
Yes,
but
but
give me the
I'm
love.
doing it in my.
I'm
doing it in my
mind. Like you be starting that lawnmower. Like crank me up so I can be like.
Because I'm actually doing it in my mind. Like I'm touching all of you in my mind, but it's just I'm in my head. Like
it's a real mind thing.
So have I changed from that? Yeah, like something like what you said. Like I don't talk about it right then and there, especially with men. Men don't like to talk about stuff because especially when they're angry. Mm-hmm. So I do like try to wait, because sometimes it be me taking stuff a certain type of way, and it might not even be that. So I gotta text my friend. Girl, I got a girl call me, and am I overreacting? Like, so they be like, yeah, you kind of tripping.
So when somebody tell you that you tripping, do you fix it?
I fix it. I gotta go revisit.
I honestly feel like when it comes to my feelings, there's no such thing as overreacting. Like, this is my feelings. How you gonna tell me how to react? You're not feeling what I'm feeling.
But you can be taking it a certain type of way.
But it's still in that moment, I feel that way. Now, when I process how I feel.
But what if you took it a different way and it
that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
you can't tell me I'm overreacting in that moment. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. Like when I process it, it still wasn't overreacted. That was just my insides telling me how a person or how something made me feel in that moment.
Yeah. So how you feel is never wrong.
It's like overreact. I feel like overreacting to me. Like if I hear
shut down.
If I hear you say and I slap you.
Oh, okay. That's the message of it.
No, it definitely is. You probably be tussling, but I'm just saying like that's overreacted because you didn't have to take it to that extreme. But you don't know how I felt in that moment. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like overreacting when it comes to feelings. You can't tell me I'm overreacting because these my feelings.
I think when a person is upset, you should. I've learned to just let them deal with it. You mad? Okay. Let me know when you're ready. But then even that can cause a problem. Oh, now you don't care I'm mad? No, I just want you to be. I just want you to be.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta acknowledge,
and then talk to me about it later.
That's what I want. That's why I don't want people to shut down on me. Like I want you to tell me how you feel, so I can acknowledge how you feel, and then when you're ready to process it and talk about it, then we can go back to this later. But you can. But then most people don't. When they don't tell you how they don't like they react to something, they don't tell you. Like you be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then now you try to
communicate.
And then now you try to process I'm good in your head, but like so you know something is really wrong, but you try to like, okay, they said they're good. Let me switch my mindset. Yeah. But then it's contradicting because you go back to it and be like, remember that day I told you I was good. Like,
and people got it. That's the thing with being honest.
And then you don't be want to drag stuff along too. Like I don't be want to be holding on, especially when you with somebody that's your person. Like. You be with them all the time. That's the person. That's your go-to. Like
I've realized that it takes a lot of energy that I'm not willing to invest in for me to be mad. Have to like overthink.
Emotional and stuff. Like,
I don't want to do that because
it takes a lot.
That's a lot of energy,
and like, it's all drains you. It's in the morning.
I get
a
headache.
Shower.
Because say if y'all in the same household,
I can't be focused.
So it's like you ain't in your comfort zone.
Now I'm walking around the house. We both like. Slinging stuff, just trying to, you get what I'm saying? It's not like something that is intentionally, but you trying so hard, you put energy to feel how they feel or to sit in that moment with them, but it's making you angry rather than give me my space. Like
especially when you're in the same house. That's even harder. But even when you're not in the same house and you text somebody and they don't respond because they got an attitude, I do not like to be ignored. Oh my God.
That drives me insane. I cannot take being ignored. I can't take being ignored, but I would be quick to ignore somebody. So I
think when I ignore people, I don't ignore people intentionally. Like I'm just like not a talkative. Like people would think that I'm talkative, but I'm really not a talkative person. I just go into my own little world where I just don't. Sometimes I maybe ignore you intentionally, but other times I will read a message and just go on about my day until like I'm back home and I'm like.
I don't think I feel no kind of way when it comes to friends, but when I'm talking to you or my man, Because you should have texted
Oh,
back
I
in
had
3
somebody
seconds.
like that. They sitting on me so good. Oh, I used to be thinking of all this shit, all the wrong shit. Like, it was so bad. But see,
I think I have a bad attitude. I had a really bad attitude.
Come on, had.
Because I don't have it no more. Because I used to be mad for the whole first trimester of a pregnancy. Like, I am mad. Yeah, I'd be so mad. Because you know what it was? I never talked about why I was mad. I just be like, I'm good. And I never want to talk about it. And I be holding on to it. So now, as soon as if you have me mad in the middle of church, I'm not gonna talk to you later. Like, I'm gonna talk about it because I don't like to be mad. I don't get mad no more.
I think, and then another, like for me, processing my thoughts, like I have to say it. Even if I say it to myself, like I will. That's why I write and read it.
Do you ever feel like you can't explain how you feeling?
Mm-hmm.
That's me all the time. Like I feel a way, but I don't know how.
It'd be like two people on my shoulder, like.
Yeah, I don't know
but
how
I don't
to put it in
I really
words.
don't think it's this. Like it's something, but I really don't know.
I have like 1 or 2 friends.
What is that?
Because like my thing is, I've learned that I got a habit of I throw the word insecurity out there so much, but I'm like, no, it's really not that. No, it's just not saying I'm just saying situation. I love to use now. I realize I be like, that's so insecure. Like that's an insecurity, but it's really not. But it's just in that moment, I just feel like insecurity would just fit so much. But then I'm like, no, that's really not.
I have my friends. I'm like, okay, tell me what this means. And I have one friend that she'll break it down, and it makes sense. And when she breaks it down, it makes me find the piece that bothered me. Like this is why I feel this way. So now I really process it. Like, and I have y'all now, so I would literally get from people that I trust. Like, okay, tell me. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Because I would know that I'm kind of wrong, but I need somebody else to tell me I'm wrong too. Like, I know that I could have did this different.
I feel like when somebody tell you that you're wrong, it's easy for you to process it and move past it.
Yeah.
Versus like, cause when you know that you're wrong,
you
try to convince yourself like I was wrong, but I really wasn't.
It's always
wrong.
a but. Like you shouldn't have did this, but no. When somebody
but people don't think that girls tell their homegirls
that
they're wrong.
But baby,
those are fly friends.
Yeah, my friends.
My friends, thank God. I don't have many, but the ones that I do have in my life, they would tell me, "Quit, Erica, you wrong."
I don't think you should have did that.
Yeah, that's your favorite line.
I think you should have did that.
Now, Erica, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, bitch, who thinking? Why you thinking?
I acknowledge how you feel.
Yeah, that's why we need each other.
Yeah, we do.
But you need real genuine people. I have one friend. She just like, well, Bruce. Anytime she be like, well, I'm like, oh, y'all was wrong.
I mean,
well, anytime she hit me with that, well, I'm like, okay, it was me. All right, I don't even need her opinion no more. I just know that.
You just need a well.
Yeah, look at my mom. So my mom called this phone and I didn't answer. So my mom called this phone.
Answer the phone and tell me like you recorded Laura Harvey.
Mom,
say hi.
Mom, I'm recording and everybody hear you. This is so embarrassing.
Now you gotta say hi.
Say hi to E. Say hi to E and Laundry and everybody on
Girl
YouTube.
Call Me.
On Girl Call Me on the podcast.
You gotta say hi now. We introduce you.
Hey.
Hey.
Y'all much love. But I got good news as far as the house and everything.
Oh, Mom.
Mom.
All right, I'm gonna call you back.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too, mommy. My mama would have said that so all the way. My mama would not have hung up. My mama, I love you, mama, but she really. My niece is 5 and she be like, "Grandma."
Shout out to the mother.
Shout out to the mothers.
Oh, it is Mother's Day.
Yes.
We're gonna celebrate you.
Happy Auntie Day.
That's some good aunties. I'm a good auntie too. I be forgetting.
You
I
are.
can sometimes.
You are.
Just because it's one. I be
She
forgetting.
can do whatever. She do whatever she wants. She's spoiled brat. So we moving on.
Okay, so a lot of people say a person that was raised off of survival loves differently from someone who was raised off love. Do you think that matters?
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's answer the question. Like, how was you raised? Off love or survival?
I was raised off love.
Okay.
I was raised off love. I would say kind of both, because my parents used to go at it. Like, a little TMI, my parents used to go at it growing up. But, like, I've experienced, but I grew up with both of my parents.
Right.
I've experienced the good and the bad.
Okay. I would say both. More so survival though, probably.
Like kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
What is survival? Like figuring
Okay,
it out
so
on
that's
your
the good
own.
thing to say. What is survival? Like, what do you define when you run up as survival? Because
like, is that hard times?
I feel like survival is, to me,
or one parent
like
household?
being
I
brought
was a one
being
parent
brought up off of survival. Your parents, it's just like they show you love in a different way. They don't genuinely show you love. They show you love by saying you got a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got clothes on your back. You got food on the table. You never went without. You get what I'm saying? They
So
made sure.
everybody-
I can't put it in that way.
They made sure
Everybody
they provided.
survival would be different because you have people who didn't have no parents.
And you have people who don't know what love is.
Because
Yeah.
like say for instance for me, my mom and my dad lived a fast life to make sure they provide. I had everything that I was spoiled rotten.
Right.
I would say that my mom and my dad taught me survival, but my grandmother taught me love. Like she was there for me. Like if I needed her to go on a field trip with me, she would be there. If I needed her to go watch me sing at church, she was there. My parents wasn't there because I knew that they was busy in the street.
But you still had love.
Right. I had it both.
Okay.
Okay.
So I didn't have my dad at all. So I always had my mom and my grandparents.
I had my daddy, but my daddy
in your life, like,
my daddy wasn't
No,
present.
My daddy wasn't present at all. Now, he would be around, but he just still wasn't present. Like, I would have people tell me how great my daddy is, and oh, your daddy this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know that.
That's for me. People tell me that I have a great dad because they know that he has money. Versus now that I'm older, for me, I would have preferred. You could have had my daddy, and I would have got your daddy because I wanted my daddy to be there when I ran track, when I cheered.
No, my daddy wasn't there.
So my daddy wasn't present. He
My
was
daddy
in my
wasn't.
life. Like I would see my daddy every day. I would go to my grandma's house on weekends, spend quote unquote spend time with him, but he was providing.
his thing.
Yeah,
So
my
I
daddy
didn't
wasn't
really-
there physically, mentally.
I mean, when I was
financially.
younger, it was cute because it was like, y'all want to go somewhere? Hold on, let me call my daddy. My daddy got all of us. Everybody be like, call your mama, call your daddy. That was no problem. But now that I'm older and I'm trying to maneuver through relationships and unlearn the old person to learn the new person, like, you got to do a lot of learning and unlearning to learn again. I feel like that's what adulting is. I realized that I wanted to hate my parents in a sense because it was like, y'all was there. I would have preferred y'all to be absent if I had to grow up in. I would prefer you to be absent and I did not know you and I received love a different way versus
I was obsessed with
to
my
see
daddy.
you.
I want my daddy real bad.
Oh, I'm still a daddy's girl.
I want to be a daddy's
I
girl.
am definitely a daddy's girl. But
I'm
my
still my
dad
daddy's girl.
don't really know how to like show affection like that. Like,
That's where you get it from?
cause like my mom died when I was 16. So after that, it was like we didn't even talk about period. Like, so it was just
Yeah, it was
weird.
hard.
Like, I'm like, Daddy, I need some stuff. Like, we'll never say.
To this day, my daddy, I would literally have to embrace my daddy, be like,
Yeah, like give me hugs. Like,
or
it's
like now
weird.
my mom is just now telling me she loved me in person.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
weird.
And that was just happened last week. When she said I was walking out the house, she was like, I love you. I was like, love you too.
Aww.
I was like, wait. Oh, yeah. This is gross. Wait a minute.
But that's good. I mean, it's never too late.
Yeah. I think it's the reason why it's never, depending on the mindset, because remember we was talking about this, a lot of people still want to know why or feel like,
Was there something wrong with me?
right, they question themselves or
right.
like, what did I do wrong? Was I not? You get what I'm saying? But once you change your mindset to just accept, like, that was just, you did what you knew, all you knew how to do or what you was taught. So I appreciate you for you being you, all that you knew how to do.
I feel like as us as females, it's easier for us to maneuver and figure out our way compared to men. Men don't know what love is. Most men, especially street guys, they don't really know what love is. They don't know what
They don't know.
what
They
they're
don't know
getting.
them. They don't know. Men don't know themselves outside of providing.
Right.
Like if you ask them, like, you ask a man right now, what could you bring to the table? I take care of the bills. I provide.
Right.
I got the
I'ma
bills for
work.
6 months. What can you provide? What can you? How could you make me happy if I tell you I got the bills for the rest of the year?
What you gonna do?
What
next?
can you do for me?
Right.
If we were moved, you feel like you gotta have a good pound town, whatever the case may be. How can you provide to me mentally, emotionally, like to make sure that I'm
And they would
secure when it
tap
comes to happiness?
They will be like.
They will be puzzled.
It will take a minute.
It will take a while.
They wouldn't know because a lot of them are not in tune to their feelings, and I think it's because how our society grew up.
Yeah.
We made them say like, oh, don't be in your feelings.
Don't be a pawn.
You know, don't do this.
Yes, most females that they've experienced wasn't.
I thought it like if a man expressed himself, oh, you just being a B, or you just being a sissy, or you like man
Why you
up.
gotta
Like, why you
feel
gotta?
that? They supposed to
Are
have
you
feelings.
in your feelings? So I want my person to be in their feelings.
Yeah, I need him to be hard with
You
me.
can cry on my shoulder. I ain't gonna look at you no different. Like I want to know how you
I
feel.
had somebody that cried too much.
Yeah, no, we don't want no pussy.
Ooh,
Like,
child.
but I do need a soft
But if you're
side.
expressing yourself, like for me, if I see my person cry while they're expressing themselves, I would just like you because I feel like
I remember the first time he cried. I was like, I don't know what to do.
I would have immediately cried.
I was like, oh my god.
when I was expressing my because
She was just so overwhelmed. She was the type of person to hold everything in. Now she's grown out of it, but she was the type of person to hold everything in and just be like,
When it's done.
well, I'm the type of person like, let's go, keep
I
me
don't even
moving.
think she realized she was crying. Like, oh my god, it was so much. I was like, oh no, so we're staying together.
I got feelings. People be thinking I got
You gotta
feelings.
be, but you learn how to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just more so of I'm the type of person, like when I was listening to the B Simone podcast with her friend, she was saying like she's more of a let's fix it type of person. So my mind, if something happened, my mind is already in how are we gonna get past
I
this.
just hate people that give up on me.
Not in that moment. Like I'm just like let's fix it. Like so it's like I don't really have time to sit in my feelings or let's go. Like are we gonna fix this? Let's work on fixing it, not just sit up here and dwell in this feeling.
And that's something that I'm working on now. Like I just
So now I'm learning how to just be in the moment.
yeah.
Because being
Instead of
present,
being in
being
the
present
future.
is most important. That's what I'm learning. Like,
I need you
gotta
at this
be present.
very moment.
I gotta
don't
be
need
present.
You to tell me back tomorrow. I need you right now.
Yeah.
I don't. You ask me how you tell me how you feel. I'll just be like, so what we going from here? Like, no, that's literally how I. Because in my mind,
I
I'm not.
women be boys.
No,
I be
I got brothers.
I got 7 brothers. I be rough.
Like how we move,
Wow.
like how we get past this? We move past this, or what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
Yeah, I think the upbringing is
Very important.
very important.
I feel like, and it also your upbringing tells people how they like to be communicated to. Like for me, you can't yell at me because my mom yelled at me. She was my whole house is a yeller. So when you yell at me, I automatically shut down.
Oh, yeah.
So don't, because I feel like that's directly to me. Like that triggers me. So that I'm not gonna hear what you're saying to me.
Because every time somebody cries, I cry. You do not call me after you cry because
I get mad. Like I
would
get
be
too mad. I'm
crying.
like, oh no.
I don't even supposed to be crying right now.
I would be so mad. I'm like, no, you made me cry again. Even though we didn't even get to the problem.
We're gonna have a little tick up.
Yeah.
Like you see how I feel this is?
That's
all
you.
this is from Eve.
I catch them too.
But no, that's upbringing is important. Like I feel like that's what you have to know about people. Like knowing those two things, like that's something you need to know in a dating. Say like, how are you communicating to as a child? Like, and what is your way of communicating so that way you hear what I'm saying and not react how I'm not. So you're not quick to react, like because I want you to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, my daddy wasn't there, but I was. Like, if I wanted to go out my day, it was so bad. That's why, like, when baby mamas be beefing with the girlfriend, I didn't experience that. So it's so crazy to me. So when I date somebody who has a child, in my mind, I feel like the baby mama should want to be nice to me. Because when I was younger, my dad would pull up. I would be standing on the porch. I'd never forget, book bag, ready to go. If my dad's girlfriend at the time, who I am very still attached to this day, if she wasn't in the car, my daddy could forget. I used to start crying. My mama will only give me to her.
I think because most of the
time,
some people,
my mama
some
will
females,
only give me to
some females
her.
don't know how to accept that their baby daddy is with somebody else.
Yeah.
And also, you don't know that the person that he talked to is also a valuable person because half of the time, you bringing drama in their life, they're checking out. I ain't gonna do this. That if that female is a real female, don't do that.
Yeah.
You're there for the kid. You know, like they're talking them through to make sure that they're present in their child life. But you beefing with me, and I'm making sure that he's present because he wanted to shut down because you causing drama. You get what I'm saying?
And I tell you, they never had drama. They call each other. They still talk to this day.
That's
since
maturity,
I
though.
was 5. She's
That
been
comes
a
with
part of my life, and I go see her.
dating somebody
like,
with kids and dating someone who maybe have like a difficult baby mom. And as a woman, I wouldn't even say like it's at some point it's drama. But at some point, like as a woman, I get some stuff because I'm a mother, but I'm not the type to be like, oh, my baby better not be around this person. My whole thing is, as long as my baby is safe, and I feel like if you're her parent, you shouldn't have to ask me, is it okay?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Make
just
sure my
let me
baby
know.
okay.
Be like, okay, hey, your baby, Maya or such and such is going to be with me and my girlfriend. Okay. Because in my mind, you're the parent, so I'm trusting that my child is.
Don't be over.
That's why I said it comes with maturity.
It's too much.
It comes with maturity.
I used to boohoo cry immediately. I pull up and see one person in that car. I used to
Why?
cry. Because I know I ain't going nowhere. I know I ain't going nowhere. My mom used to have to call her. And as I got older, she was like, sometimes I didn't know you was coming. Your daddy would just pop up to your house and get you, and I never knew. But she said, when your mom called me, I couldn't wait to get you. And to this day, I'm going to say that's my mom.
I'm be cordial.
It's hard, but
my daddy girlfriend, I love you.
It make it hard. The women make it hard to do it nowadays.
I don't yet.
Cause it be
That
fake.
too.
Cause my daddy flawed. Like he'll be like, he'll get mad at her and then talk his shit and then such and such say, hey, she love you. I'm like, oh, like, come on now.
My daddy used to do that too.
How am I supposed to get over it?
I knew all my daddy girlfriends, and he was still my mom. I'm my daddy's girl.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, they know.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I knew all of them.
We're not gonna.
That was no. But no, it was hard. Raising is up. So do you think that you could be with somebody who was because survival is different. I think our survival is not as rough and as tough as other people and some people.
Everybody's survival may look different.
So somebody's survival that is different from yours. I'm talking about
hard.
No parents, maybe in and out of different homes, had to survive for themselves financially as they're younger. So now my ex was a survival to me, and because of his upbringing, he lost his mom, he was in foster care, his daddy was in prison, he was taking care of himself at 15.
Survival.
That's real survival. So a lot of things that we went through, he used to be like, oh, you need to toughen up, life you ain't never had. And I told him, okay, I didn't live this kind of life.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised to be so tough. Why I gotta be so tough?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. So you can't force a tough life on me. He's like, you don't know what it's like to go through nothing. You never lost no. I'm like, that's not my fault that I ain't go through all this. You can't force me to accept this kind of love. Like, you have to love me.
I think because they don't know how to. Then that's childhood trauma.
Yeah.
They haven't processed that childhood trauma because they don't want. It's like if people like that, I'm gonna be like, you want sympathy or you want grace, because it's two different. Sympathy is just like, oh baby, I understand.
Because
Even say that I understand, but it's just like I'll give you grace because you're still finding your way, but you're not gonna continue to use that as an excuse to say like, oh, this is the reason why I act this way because I didn't grow up with my parents. There's a lot of people that are loving, married, kids
who ain't have nothing.
Who ain't have nothing. Who lived in their car.
You still choose to live off that. Grow up.
Yeah.
I think that's childhood trauma. People are not willing to let go.
That's that. This how I am, and I'm not changing.
And
that's a childish way of thinking.
And that's you can't be with nobody like that.
No, I always tell people also why you have to know people upbringing, because it's like, have you really healed that little person in you? Yeah. Because if you don't, the little person is going to speak for you, so everything is going to be immaturely spoken or immaturely felt.
And then you got to come back and apologize.
The little person that didn't heal is going to continue to come out and speak for me. Yeah. To the point of like, then you be like, wait.
I just hate those people that you can't even talk to. They be going through their thing, and then you try to give your advice or something.
That's part of healing day.
Yeah.
That is a part of the healing that you need to do by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I can extend my grace to you, but I can't be with you because that's draining to me.
Yeah.
Because me as a person that I'm not a sympathy person. Like, oh my God, I'm the type of person like, how we get past this?
Yeah.
I'm honestly gonna tell you, I can't be there for you in a way that you would expect me to, because I'm not that type of person.
And it's something you gotta get through.
I can extend my grace to you. Like, I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying I know how you feel. I understand, because I can't say it because I didn't go through that. So for me, I would have to extend grace from a distance. Like, I can't be present.
And it's so hard to be in a relationship with somebody.
You can't. I feel like that's a part of the healing process. You have to be by yourself. You don't need to be with nobody. It's a cat.
Okay. Because
I don't deal with that.
You have to, but then you
back.
also have to be. I feel like you have to be around family or your friends. When you go through that phase, your family and your friends are the only people that can really be there for you. Like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the only person that's willing to say that with you is somebody that's going through the same thing as you. Y'all never gonna heal. Y'all never gonna get out of it because you're gonna validate how I feel and think that it's okay. I'm gonna validate how you feel because we
I need somebody to tell me that you need to stop.
Two people that still dealing with childhood trauma, I feel like, to me personally, they can't be together.
That's just wet your lips. It's cool, I ain't giving her another mind.
I've been looking at her logo.
She ain't getting none of mine. You told me to just wet your lips. You over here taking real sips.
I could test baby, tell break it outside.
Got the tea good.
You said the tea?
I mean, what did I say?
You mean like the tea that we talking about, or
Yeah, the tea good. Like what we talked about. I just love
yeah.
the tea is good. So it's like, oh my God, great. Yes. Like, and then you
We
just
do
pick
need
it up
some
and
more.
you drinking like. So, y'all want to get into the next one?
Yeah.
You got it right.
Is there any relationships that ended and it was all your fault?
I'm not going first.
I'll go first because I feel like because of my attitude, there's the ex that I have and we are still really cool, but not like that. He has moved on. It's a long time ago, but he was and still is a really great person. But I had such a bad attitude that everything he did or if he didn't do, I wanted things my way, and it's like I know I drove him crazy. And I know that if I would have handled things differently, not to say, I think everything happened for a reason. I'm not even going to say that we would be together. We would probably still be right here in the same space, but I know that we ended because of me, because I knew that he would do any and everything to be with me. But my attitude was just like, I was so nonchalant, and it was so bad. Oh, it was disgusting. I can't believe I was like that. My mama let me be like that. I should know that.
Well, let's talk about how.
Yeah, but my mama my whole family would take his side, like, and I know I was a problem. My attitude was so bad, but he still is loved in the family. One of my brothers are still very close to him, even when I don't talk to him, because most of the time I don't talk to him. My brother that's his big brother, like, ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Yeah, he's a really.
Y'all took accountability and was able to.
Yeah, no, we just had a conversation not too long ago, actually. And I told him, I was like, why you like me like that? Like, you like me too much. That's your fault.
That's a problem?
And I wasn't affectionate. Like, I would love you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, find you something to do. And he didn't live here, so every time he came in town, he just wanted to be in my skin all the time. And I was just like, no.
Oh, man.
No. It was so bad. But he's a great person. I told him I was going to talk about this. I know if somebody look at me, they know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you know who
he'll be all right. You know who he is. And this, wait, hold on, it's more. It said if you could go back to the exact moment, would you fix it?
Be careful how you answer that.
He might be like,
be careful how you. Let's work on it, because you said. Because you just said on this podcast, you're not the same person. You changed. Take me back. They're in that moment.
Woo.
That's it.
Ain't nothing else.
Baby bringing us some more.
Okay.
For answering that.
Right now?
Yeah.
You know what? After all I've been through, if I had to choose one person to fix anything with, it would be him.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. If I
so
had
that means they were genuinely a good person.
Oh,
yeah.
It
was just wrong timing.
Yes. If I had to fix it with anybody I've ever been with, he would be the first and the second person that I would fix.
The first and the
second.
I like that for you.
No.
I love that.
No.
I don't give a fuck.
She didn't say the first person. She said the first and the second.
No. We have.
I'm so stuck on TikTok when they be going like this. Okay, but yeah. But yeah.
I text her and told her right.
Oh, she got it.
Yeah, she got them thighs out. My baby. Hold on, y'all. Bartender here. Bartender. Thank you, babe. Waiter!
She's sick, y'all.
That's out of the camera.
No, I was passing it. All right, you can shoot next, and then you go next.
Oh.
So, is there any relationship that ended and it was all your fault?
I only been in like 2 real relationships. Those ended like they were supposed to, but I would speak on somebody who was like my best friend. Damn. But I feel like that situation, it was my fault. I wasn't like showing affectionate towards him like I should have. Like I wasn't like, I tried to show him like that I appreciated him, but like I would say a lot of things, but like my actions wouldn't show it or whatever. It was just because I just didn't know what to do. Like it was just like for so long I always wanted it, and then when it was finally in my face, I was just like,
You know,
I don't know what to do. Right. Like I didn't know what to do, so it was like, yeah. So yeah, that was one situation. I kind of like felt like it was my fault.
So would you, if you went back right now,
You wish you had a time
I would fix
machine.
it.
I would definitely fix it.
Time
I was just thinking that all day.
I would definitely fix it.
Aww.
Whatever would be my person.
All right,
Together
so
or not.
Lonju, yours is a little different because first we're gonna answer this excellent. If you
I can say that. She can answer. Make my drink.
Waiter!
okay, so is there any relationship that ended and it was all your fault?
All my fault? That was the question?
We're gonna just say we're gonna take all your fault.
Everybody that kind of life was needed to be out her life.
Oh, well, that's that.
I feel like I should have been away from her.
Damn.
But I can kind of say that I had maybe parts of it where I could have done more to show that.
The situation that you in now.
Yeah, that's why I said I can answer the question.
Oh. no, you gonna answer that part. The part I was gonna say that you don't need to answer is if you can go back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But she got the person that she could have fixed.
Okay,
I got
so
a person-
now
I'm fixing it now.
I wrote your name right here. I said Lonju.
What's your name?
What are you doing different now that you have your person? Because you got your person.
To the beach, just jump on it.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Learning how to communicate how I feel, not shutting down.
Not making drink.
Being affectionate.
Speaking on how you feel.
Not being nonchalant. And I'm working on, I've now made a vow to myself. I'm on a 90-day journey to just do it. That's the journey. Just do it.
Right.
Okay.
Not be in my head. No, I do it every day.
Let's do it.
I just need to do it.
So whatever you think about. Because
Yeah,
she
like-
tell us about this. We need to be doing
No.
journeys.
In my head, like, I just came up with it this week when we were talking.
And you ain't tell us about that.
It was just today. Do you want to see the text message?
No, that's okay.
It was just
Olivia.
today. But for real. I'm so caught up in my head of trying to like talk myself to just do stuff. Like I'll have, girl, do it. Girl, don't do that.
He
Like,
gonna look at you like,
he gonna look at you and laugh, and then now you gonna shut down. You get what I'm saying? So I'm in that phase where listen to the right, like just do it. Deal with how it made you feel, and like you get what I'm saying? Because you will never know that you like it or what it could turn to if you don't do it. Instead of like, I try to think my way through it. Like if I do this, what's gonna happen here? Like, me just trying to figure it out all the way through.
I mean, even if you try and do something and a person don't like you, like, oh, don't do that again. But you don't have to shut down.
Yeah. So that's what I'm on a just do it journey.
you playing for real.
Wait. So yeah, I'm gonna just do. We'll revisit this the next podcast, and that's what we gotta make.
And we're gonna have our meal.
We gotta make a segment on the podcast where we talk about like things that we're working on, like just do like a chat, like, hey, you still doing? You working on that? Like we hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta hold me accountable that I'm on my just do it journey.
So,
I'm
but
gonna take that journey too.
yeah, I think it's a good journey.
I think
Yeah, because you been
with everything.
we talked about it that
Yeah.
we be in our head a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in my head. I really do.
Yeah, because you say whatever you gotta say.
Yeah. I really be in my head.
That shit be
It's-
dumb.
It's been a lot
We
lately.
need to put you in stand up.
No.
Yeah.
I only thought it like
She
that.
gonna be funny. Cause she'll be like, what's going on?
Well, we
right
can do a
now?
podcast.
Mm.
We going on tour.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we going
Ooh. Because
Yeah, I really do say how I feel, but only to my friends. Like all everybody else, you gotta shake your finger. Round of applause. That's cool. E, what's some things you're not willing to teach a man?
Oh, me.
For both of you. I know. That's fine. Anybody else?
How to provide. No. That's kind of hard too. It's really, I can't say it's nothing that I wouldn't teach a man because at the end of the day, like, I'm a different type of female from you. I'm a different type of female from you. So whatever I get out of him, like, I gotta kind of tell him how I want to be treated a little bit. I gotta kind of teach him that I do like for you to compliment me today and tomorrow. Like, I do like for you to just, hey baby, here comes some money to go, you know, to go get your hair done. I don't need it, but here you go. Go get your hair done. Go do this. Oh, because I love you. Let's book a trip. Like, you know, so.
Well, yeah, you have to teach a person how to love you. Because you can't.
Yeah,
you can't bring in what you learn from your ex and think that it's gonna work.
I don't think it's nothing
unless
it's
your ex
something.
ain't even have no passport. So
Unless
you
it's
can't
something
erase Orlando.
Erase that.
You're not gonna
unless it's something sexually, maybe.
Okay.
I think that's the only way we'll get to actually teaching them how to do something. Because you got men that don't never get head.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
Some people don't do it.
I'm just saying, it's some men that like be like, oh, I don't do that, like, you know. So maybe sexually, but other than that,
I think I agree. I mean, like when I find a new person and we start having sex, whatever, it's like I give you about 3 chances to kind of learn my body.
So what if he ain't getting it? Like how you want him to hit it? Is that a deal breaker?
She can't teach that.
Is that a deal breaker?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about it.
But what if it's something he can't be?
I don't know. I ain't never had that problem yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you want it?
I don't want it because it's gonna be tough. Because I have had to tell people like I don't like that.
You should get up. That hurt. What the fuck you doing?
Wait, this just took a turn. This just took a whole turn. I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry.
I ain't bet you was gonna say that.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
there, but I wasn't ready.
But you know what? At least
I'm sorry.
You teaching these people. You teaching the people.
Yeah, don't. It ain't supposed to hurt.
no.
Ladies, it's not supposed to hurt.
Yeah, no. I give you a couple chances to get it right, and I'm like, okay, because I think that if a man doesn't learn a woman's body, he will never be able to please her. So if you don't take the time to learn my body, then I'm not for you.
Are you submissive? Are you guys submissive, like in the bedroom?
I'd be like the fucking
Christian.
pillow.
Christian Grey me.
I'd be so excited.
50 Shades of
I'm like,
I'd be so excited.
how you gonna do it? E?
50 Shades of Grey me.
Bend over.
Take a drink.
Okay, sorry.
So we have submissive and very submissive.
Woo! Jeez.
I've been waiting on it.
You're making me hot.
You got a problem.
All right, let's get back to
Bring it back in.
Okay, E.
Which question am I answering? I'm so concerned. I don't know which question I'm answering.
What
What
you
question
Is that?
Is that?
Oh,
I think we.
And you want to finish this?
What I said?
Do you want to finish this?
I think we all agree that what we not willing. What you're not willing to teach a man. Well, I know what I'm not willing to teach a man because I had a man that didn't know how to open the damn door.
Oh,
You
jeez.
I was sick because he didn't open that door. Disgusted. Like
But he gotta open his door to me.
you come and pick me up driving this nice car. All my brothers and homeboys outside. I'm sitting here with this little cute ass skirt on, boobs all out, high heels, and you ain't get out to open the door.
You deserve better.
Oh, all right, that was the last day. And then when I get in the car, you come and give you a kiss. Who? No, you can't even do that. I don't no kiss, no nothing.
Is learning and guide the same thing?
Hmm?
Is learning and guiding the same thing?
No.
Okay,
No.
so I'm not willing. I'm not willing to teach a man how to love himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta already know that. I will guide you to tell you like how I love myself. Like,
Oh wow.
how does that feel for me?
I like that.
But I'm not.
She wrote a book.
Why did you just touch my lips? Why did you?
Yeah.
She said, "Ooh."
I had to process it for like 3 seconds. Like,
I wasn't gonna say nothing until later, but she said it right.
I really wanted to make that noise.
that noise that
but I
we talking
couldn't.
about. Yeah, these lips locked.
Okay. Okay, y'all.
So, yeah.
I think that's
we
good.
wrapping it up.
I think that's good though.
That's what I'm not. I'm not willing to do because that's draining. Like,
Ooh, that's
I like
good.
that. That was a good one.
But
because then
okay,
you can't
though.
love. Then I'm so busy trying to teach you how to love you that you're not loving on me how I feel.
Yeah, and I'm putting myself
like you don't have to.
That's
Like, you don't have to teach.
training.
You don't have to teach me how to love me, but I need you to be able to love on me for a relationship. Like I don't want to spend.
I mean, you can have your moments, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But opening the door, because I know you opened the door for your grandma.
I had a question.
You probably. She had a question. No, just a random question.
I should tell her this right.
What if like you met a guy who don't like talking on the phone?
We grown. We gonna have arthritis in another year.
Not at all.
Like at all.
Maybe that's something they have to. Maybe they're not used to being on the phone, and that's
Because
something.
I'm used to being on the phone.
So yeah,
Not
so,
like being on the phone till I fall asleep. That shit's weird. But just like being on the phone, like talking about my day.
some people not used to that.
Yeah, they're not used to that.
So,
But
It's
what
not,
do you
it's
do?
not a deal breaker if they're
so do
willing.
you teach a man how to talk on the phone?
You
I
say
don't-
call me.
No, you call them.
Because if you call them, they should answer.
That means that's something that you would have to take initiative in because they're not used to it. So you can't get mad if they don't call you when they're not used to talking. So you would have to be the one to take initiative to give them a call.
And then if they just
Even if you just be like, hey, just call and tell you about my day.
Right.
Hi.
now they hang up with you and make you real short, and then when it takes the stuff,
Then that's a greater conversation.
Then that's a different conversation.
But you have to voice. I feel like that's something you don't. What's the word? Unspoken expectation.
Ooh. You got a kid.
You have to. I'm done with y'all. Let's run. Because I should have sat in the middle of y'all. Y'all are never. Y'all can never sit next to each other. No
This
more.
or that. This or that.
But yeah, unspoken expectation.
This or that.
So we gotta
What
take.
you doing?
So we gotta learn how to be first. We can't wait for a man all the time because they don't know.
So that's a new goal we're setting.
Okay.
Take
Going
the initiative.
Or just do it.
Just do it.
Just do. We take
That's
the
all.
it.
That's all it
That's
takes.
90-day
it.
journey. Just
Just
do
Just
it.
do it. Okay.
We're gonna revisit this in 3
My
months.
phone gonna be so dry when I start just doing it. Okay. So, do you like role play or get straight to the point?
I want to like role play
You want to like it, but you don't.
because I'm not.
What's
Because I'm
straight
not.
to the point?
I'm not enough. I'm learning how to be affectionate. So me, like that goes back to me just in my head. And sex, I'm trying to make myself take the initiative, but in my mind, I want to like foreplay
Let's
with
play.
you.
Yeah.
So
So do you like to dress up and?
I would do it.
Ooh, I never did it, but I'm open to it.
That's what I said. I want to do it. Like that's something.
Like
that,
I want to put on my unicorn.
ooh, you gonna put on like the whole.
Like you is a risk. Come here. Let me pat you down.
Well, I
And
think
then we
that'd be
just
hot.
get down to it. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause
Like,
you look good in that uniform.
oh, thank you.
Jesus.
And I said, thank you, babe.
I love, but I like all day foreplay. Like I like you to just talk to
Like
me
this.
all day.
That's
Like,
something that I
So by the
desire.
time you get home,
You be hot and ready.
I done cook.
I want to have one of
I'm
those.
finna cooking
No.
lingerie.
I want one of those
yeah.
episodes like if we go out and we get drunk, like we can't even get
Mhm.
upstairs. Like how the movies be. I want to have one of those moments.
Like I want to talk about it. Just inappropriate. Just everything inappropriate. Oh no, I love it.
And it's not like I don't want like I'm the type of person I don't want to have like planned sex.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
straight
we gonna
to
do it.
But I wanted to be like that's something I desire. Like we talk about it all day. Like we're comfortable with saying like
I
can't
don't
wait to
like
see
to
you.
talk about sex afterwards, though.
like
I'm gonna
like,
lie.
we
I
had,
ain't gonna lie. I don't
like,
want
we
you to be
said-
telling me what I was doing.
I
I
want
don't
to talk
like
about
that.
it.
I
I wanna
don't
talk
I'm learning to like it because
Like, how was your night last night with me?
I be like, stop.
you did that
She like it. She like it. She like it.
So embarrassed. Like,
That's
I was
something.
So nasty.
That's something that I am
Were they
learning
coming to the
because
pool?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
We
That's
wrapping
something
shit
that
up.
I'm learning because my person likes to just make jokes about it. So I'm learning to be comfortable with just knowing
Yeah.
how I did or what I did.
Oh yeah. That's right. Cause I'm gonna have on black while I cook your food. I'm gonna put on blue when I serve you. Bitch, I'm gonna show out.
What's the other discipline?
That's it.
I only made one.
Oh, you made one?
Yeah.
So what's
Y'all
our
have any-
takeaway?
Y'all have any questions?
Takeaway.
Yeah, like what's our takeaway from this? Like, what is something we learned? What's something we learned?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
So if there's something on your mind, something you want to talk about.
Just do it. And you better not talk bad.
So y'all, this is Mental Health Month. So we are going to touch on mental health this month on a podcast. So next episode is going to be very informative because we want to make sure our people in our community is taking care of their mental health. We already have 2 of our girls who are already in therapy or seeing therapists, and I am going to make time to actually do the same thing. Even though I don't feel that I need a therapist like I did before, I still think it's a good idea, and I'm still going to take the initiative, even if it's once a month or something. Just talk to somebody so that not only my friends can process how I'm feeling, I have somebody else. So other than that, we love you guys. Girl, call me.
And y'all better
Better
answer. Call back.